Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you as you close the first Global Investor Forum on Climate Change. I thank the Asia Investor Group on Climate Change and other members of the Global Investor Coalition for inviting me to be part of this important event. My friends, this forum was held at an opportune moment in history. As you know, risks posed by climate change are affecting the global business environment. We already see more frequent multi-billion-dollar weather events. We already see vulnerability and volatility in commodity markets affected by drought and floods. We already see food supply chain disruption on land and in the sea. We must act on climate change now because delayed response increases adaptation costs directly related to the length of the delay. To minimize these risks, action must accelerate in the international process, in national policy, and in the private sector. Internationally, governments are currently working towards a new universal agreement by 2015 to go into effect from 2020, while exploring ways to increase ambition before then. Nationally, more than 30 countries have enacted climate change legislation, and forward-thinking governments see the issue as a cross-cutting security, energy, and economic challenge. And there is an increased private sector understanding of how investment practices must change to reflect our new global reality. Over the last 2 days, you have heard much about these new approaches. You have heard from experts in the field. You have heard from Al Gore. You have heard from Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. And hopefully you have heard from each other. I trust you have listened with open minds and clear heads, because now is the time to take what you have learned and apply it to the new trends we are seeing. We are seeing that renewable energy, with the right national policies in place, offers high-quality, long-term, stable investment returns that are scarce in these economic times. We must build on that and create momentum to structure risk and return, to mobilize institutional capital investment in the green economy, to create climate-friendly investment products to slot into multi-billion-dollar investment portfolios, and to work together as financial professionals to identify roadblocks to progress and meet our long-term fiduciary obligations. We're seeing new carbon markets emerge worldwide as a framework for reducing emissions. China is testing multiple markets. The California market came online this year, and there is progress in Australia, South Africa, South Korea, Chile, and Mexico, not to mention the huge market in my own home country of Costa Rica. We must build on that and create momentum to link markets together through standardization that creates fungibility, to encourage market participation in developing economies, and to turn carbon, or rather greenhouse gas emission reductions, into a major liquid investment asset with a common price. We are seeing energy efficiency emerge as a transparent investment with known costs and returns, with potential to lower overhead and raise customer satisfaction. We must build on that and create momentum to construct efficient new buildings that reduce cost and increase long-term value, to improve efficient transportation that benefits customers and lowers emissions. And we must capture the $6 trillion that the IEA says exists if we invest $11.8 trillion in energy efficiency by the year 2035. As investors, the capital that you control gives you enormous influence to shape the development of the global economy and, in particular, the green economy. This position can powerfully influence international and national policies and answer pressing questions. You are best positioned to answer how investors should support the development of the global agreement and prepare for its eventual effects. You are in a position to influence how to balance mitigation and adaptation action moving forward in ways that mobilize capital and benefit portfolios. And you are in a position to share the long-term implications of international and national action on investment portfolios that de-risk and rethink asset allocation models. My challenge to you is to use your position of influence wisely. Take what you have heard over the course of the last 2 days home and put it to use in responsible and profitable ways. Disclose how you are greening major investment flows and inspire others to join you. My friends, I challenge you to meet your fiduciary responsibility with innovative investment assets and tools that accelerate action to meet our global challenge and reduce the risks of climate change. Leaders of government need to structure a system that minimizes carbon and maximizes low carbon. Leaders of government are looking to the investment community for a workable vision of sustainable, low-carbon, high-resilient growth. You have the rare opportunity to turn that vision into a reality. We're counting on you. Thanks.